Today we're gonna make my penne bake since I can't find that cooking cream. If you can find the cooking cream, I'll put the link in the description box so you can follow it that way. However, if you cannot find the cooking cream any longer, I'm gonna show you the way that I make it, and it tastes pretty close to the way you would do with the cooking cream. So the very first thing that I did was boil some noodles. I like to use penne. I've boiled them until they are al dente, and I have them now sitting in my sink draining. I want to make sure all of the water is off of there. Now what I'm going to do is I put my hamburger in here. This is about a pound of hamburger, and I have a green pepper in here. I also add in onion and sometimes spinach to this to kind of bulk up the meal and hide vegetables if your kids are not vegetable lovers. But because I have a lot of green pepper in here, I'm not going to do the spinach today. But hiding your green peppers and your spinach in here will help hide the vegetables if you have picky eaters. While my hamburger is finishing up, I went ahead and put my noodles down at the bottom of my pan, and this is a 9x13 baking dish. And I use about half a box of like the 32 ounce, the big box of penne noodles. I use about half of that box to put a layer down at the bottom of penne noodles. I also have sitting out right now the cream cheese spread, and this is the 8 ounce. I do not like to do the low fat. The low fat, it just doesn't taste as good, but you can do that if you want. It's up to you. And then for my pasta sauce, I am just using a traditional Italian sauce, nothing too special with it. And to top it off, I am going to use an Italian style cheese. But if you can't find something like this, just grab mozzarella or Parmesan cheese or mix them together yourself. This just has every cheese I would want on this dish in here already, so that's why I go ahead and use this particular cheese. Then once your hamburger is done, you want to drain off the grease that you get from your hamburger. And we have done this with turkey burger too. It tastes just fine with turkey burger. And you can also do sausage with this as well if you would like to do it that way. We just like the hamburger more over the sausage and the turkey burger. My meat is draining. I went ahead and added in my 8 ounces of spreadable cream cheese. I just like to use this stuff because it's easier to work with. And now I'm going to go ahead and to that add in my jar of pasta sauce or Italian sauce, whatever you want to call this. And be very careful because it is going to start popping and sizzling. I try to turn my heat down quite a bit or you're going to get splattered. And this jar is just a 24 ounce jar. Okay, so what you're looking for, you're trying to blend your cream cheese, melt it down into the sauce. Get all worked in there until your cream cheese is blended in and you do not have any more clumps of that. And then while that is melting down, I like to add in Italian seasoning. Now I just eyeball this, but I'm the type of person where I love a lot of Italian seasoning, so I go a little crazy when it comes to this stuff. But add whatever you want to this. I just find that the Italian seasoning, I just find that the Italian seasoning really brings out that flavor. And then I'm going to just take garlic powder and add a little bit of that in there as well. I don't add a ton because I'm not a big garlic fan, but I do like a little bit of that flavor in there. Alright, and then what I do is I put the hamburger peppers mix in with the sauce and stir it up, and then I pour it over my noodles. And just to make sure all the noodles are covered, I kind of stir it in the pan. You really don't have to do this. I just like to make sure that, you know, everything's kind of covered and mixed together so you don't have any dry noodles, because dry noodles drive me crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then once I've got that all mixed together, I am going to sprinkle this on top, as much or as little as you want. That is up to you. Pop this in the oven at 350 for roughly 30 to 40 minutes. You're just looking for the cheese to be melted and bubbly, and you really honestly probably could do this all in one pan. I just like to have the crispy bubbly cheese on top versus kind of a hamburger helper homemade style dish. This is what it looks like when it's done. I've already started plating because I need the kids to cool down before I can give it to them, but that's basically what it looks like, and it's very simple to make.